Hi everyone, this is Samit. Welcome to TalksonGround. So today we are starting a new series. Hopefully, I will come very often doing a live, which will be just 5-10 minutes, and it'll. I will try and cover stuff which has happened in the recent past or is happening today, and just give you my quick view on it, and also get your reactions on it. And this will allow us to quickly talk about things that are really important for everyone and the talking points. We'll cover things like current affairs, politics, geopolitics, defense matters, even economic matters if required. So, today I'm going to talk about two things. US and India both are having some very not very good scenes in the parliament. Of course, the US parliament recently passed the additional funding bill, whatever you call it, to make sure the government of the United States was not shut down. But before that happened, there are a couple of things that happened that are of import. Number one, the funding bill was lesser than expected, and therefore there was some issue when it comes to um, what will happen down the road, because this is an issue which comes around almost every year, because the US debt ceiling is just debt is exploding, and therefore the dollar is under pressure. And Donald Trump, who comes in on uh, 20th January 2025, is going to handle is going to have to handle this. And if he had plans to throw away a lot of money to investor to businesses, he's going to have a tough time. So this was one event. Within this, there was a funding cut for the Global Engagement Center, which will really impact you and me. How? Global Engagement Center was really like a center set up to monitor disinformation, misinformation, and so on. And misinformation, disinformation, fake news is something which is definitely very subjective. And in my experience, it wasn't really uh, the right fake news that was being curtailed. It was really the free speech which was. This is my personal view. So, for anyone who's a free speech advocate, funding cut or shutting down of that center would be very, very good news. So, I hope that happens, and we'll get to know that about that very, very soon. So, that's one. The other is what happened in the Indian Parliament. So, just quickly, I'll tell you. In June, we had our general elections, and the opposition party scored a little better than what they have done in the last two election cycles. But they recently lost two more state elections, and therefore they were losing ground. And their partners were also questioning them, the leadership of the leader of opposition, which is Rahul Gandhi. And here comes a very interesting issue thrown up by them or thrown to them, whatever, which is the founder of the constitution or the chairman of the committee which wrote the Constitution of India, which was B.R. Ambedkar. And a discussion is happening around it. And Amit Shah, the home minister, makes a statement which is twisted, or maybe he didn't say some not so pleasant words about B.R. Ambedkar. In fact, he didn't directly criticize him, whatever. So the Congress took this issue to a different level, and it led to a protest within the parliament. And uh, there was an attack on a group of MPs from the BJP by the leader of opposition. And there's an FIR against him. Can you imagine that? So it's like a scuffle which happened, and two MPs were hospitalized. I think one of them is still in the ICU. So that's what is happening in the Indian parliament. And I think that's a very, very sad situation. And so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm going to just talk a little bit about the incoming president, Donald Trump. Now we have less than 40 days to go, whatever, 37 days. And I think these 37 days are going to be very, very important, because there's a lot of hot spots around the world, and the liberal administration, the outgoing administration, will want to have a lot of other issues thrown at Donald Trump so that he cannot handle things in the way he wanted to. So that's one that is happening, and there are hotspots in Ukraine. There's the Middle East, Iran, South China Sea, you name it, and now there's Bangladesh. So there's going to be a lot of stuff when Donald Trump comes in, and who knows what will happen in the next 37 days. And I dare say it won't be good. I must add that the uh, whatever happened in Indian Parliament was very regrettable. And the moment you bring the standard down, next time around somebody can do this, it becomes normalized, and that's not a good sign at all. It doesn't mean that the Indian democracy has been reduced in any way. It does mean that the parliamentary standard has been besmirched by this behavior, none other than the leader of opposition. So I hope he mends his ways. He finds other ways to attack the government rather than attacking them physically. I think that's a bit too barbaric, if I may. Now, this was my wrap up of a couple of points I wanted to discuss. Soon I will come back to you in this segment around a similar time or maybe 9 p.m. India and discuss something more interesting. So, thank you. Thank you for watching. And if you like the channel, please subscribe to it and share the videos with others. Thank you very much. Good evening. Bye bye.